Hello everyone. In today's video I wanted to show you how you can configure ad blocking on your own VPN. So I used to be a user of this VPN provider called Windscribe, and as a premium feature they allowed custom DNS blocking settings. And one of the things they allowed was ad blocking and tracker blocking. And this adds an extra layer of security and sort of anonymity for you, a sort of step up in anonymity for you. So I'm going to show you how you can do that yourself without having to pay for a premium subscription for with another company. So we're starting off from where we left off in the previous video. I had configured this demo Ubuntu server. I actually, right after I recorded that video, I actually deleted it. So I just rebuilt everything that I had gotten rid of, and now I've spun up a new server. What I forgot to mention last time is that when we configured this firewall down here and we only allow port 1194 and we don't allow SSH, we're blocking it from public access, but I showed in the previous video that we configured UFW to allow SSH on the actual server itself, which means that as long as we can access the internal IP address of that server, we can actually SSH into it. So as long as you're VPN'd into it right now, you can SSH into it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So for our ad blocking system, we're going to be using Pi-hole, which is a really, really nice Linux-based network-wide ad blocking system. So to get started, we're going to SSH into the server. So I'm going to copy this private IP address. I'm SSH'd into the demo VPN server. And like before, I'm going to simply SSH using this command. And let me zoom in for you. And I'm going to SSH in. Yes. Okay, so now that we're SSH'd in, I can clear, and now I am going to install Pi-hole. So if you go to their official website and you click on this, it's actually going to open this, and in their README, they provide this very, very simple script. Now, I would like to note that this is a security risk. If you don't trust the software, you're curling the install script and then you're running it through bash. You're executing it with bash, and this requires sudo permissions. And basically, if you're using this, you're putting your system at the mercy of whatever script you're running. But because this is open source and this is a well-respected and widely used ad blocking system, you can trust this script specifically. But for other scripts, I wouldn't be so easy to use them. So I'm going to simply copy and paste that curl command and just follow the instructions. Okay, this installer will transform your device into a network-wide ad blocker. Exciting. So if you're going to be using this, because this is free and open source, I would recommend that you do donate. These people that make this spend a lot of time and a lot of resources making this stuff. And if you're going to be taking advantage of it, you should, at least donate towards their cause. You won't really need to worry about assigning a static IP address if you are going to be using Amazon Web Services. Although if this can be used in your home, I actually configured my home VPN server to use Pi-hole, and if you're using this at home, you should go into your router settings and set a static IP address for this server. Next, yes, use the Ethernet, and so now you're going to select an upstream DNS provider. I configured my VPN server to actually use Cloudflare, and that's what I'm going to select here. Next, we can choose from several lists that will be installed that will provide the ad blocking functionality. I'm going to accept all of the defaults and continue. Okay. And it's detected our internal IP address and our gateway, and we can continue. Okay. Yes, I want to install that. And I have not installed a web server yet, so I'm going to install a web server. So this is a preference that is up to you. If you're configuring a VPN server, I'm guessing you are a little privacy centered, and you will want to focus on the privacy of you and your other users potentially. So you may not want to log queries, but because it's a personal server, I'm going to allow this. Again, another privacy thing, you can when you access the actual the admin GUI, you can usually, if you show everything, you'll be able to see all of the domains that were queried. And if that doesn't sit well with you, you can change to whatever you want. Okay, and now it's going to set up. Okay, so we had configured UFW before, and it has detected the firewall, and now it needs to update the firewall access rights so that it can actually allow DNS and HTTP queries. Okay, do not skip and press OK. These details are extremely important. So you have the password to log into the web GUI. So I'm going to copy this and put it somewhere safe. Let's see. I'm just going to put it, for now, over here. Okay. And let's go back to the terminal. We can access the web GUI through this. Okay. I'm going to copy this. Oops. And paste. Okay, so now we've accessed the Pi-hole web GUI. We can log in, and when we log in, we need that super secure password from before. And we are going to paste this in and log in. And so now you can take a look at this. There's extensive documentation and different guides on YouTube and other places. So I'm not going to go through the whole Pi-hole, you know, all of the different bells and whistles. But you'll notice that if I go to details, you'll notice that we still have our DNS servers as the Cloudflare DNS servers. And if we go to, say, I don't know, time.com, Okay, you're going to see ads galore. Yeah, you see all on the sides you have ads and banner ads all over the place. And we want to get rid of those. So now we need to configure the VPN to actually listen in and forward DNS requests to Pi-hole. So to do that, we can exit out of the screen now. And what we want to do is edit the server configuration, the VPN server configuration. So if I cd into etc and then OpenVPN and then show you ls, we're looking to change the server.conf file. So if I do sudo nano server.conf, now I am going to look for this right here, where it shows DNS server options. So I'm going to remove, now these are Cloudflare's DNS servers, right? But I configured the Pi-hole to actually use DNS, to use Cloudflare's DNS. So I'm going to get rid of that and change this to the Pi-hole IP address. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is the Pi-hole's IP address. I just copy that and simply paste that into there. Okay, and now we can control X to save it, yes, and enter. Okay, and now I'm going to sudo service OpenVPN restart. Okay, and for some reason I've noticed that it sort of just times out, so I'm just going to Control C. And if we look at the details right over here, let me disconnect and reconnect again. Oops. And it shows this DNS server. So if I give this a try, now if we go back to Safari and I go to time.com, you'll notice that those ads are no longer there. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to subscribe if you liked this video. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.